Hello. This poem that I'm about to read, I have already uploaded the written version of this last December, I think it was, but this is the first time I've verbally recorded it. I delivered this to a live audience for the first time ever at Puka's pageant at the start of December. The poem is called Grandfather Frost, and it's inspired by a combination of Russian, Slavic, and various other sources of mythology. And there's lots of kind of Christmassy poems about Santa Claus and drawing on Christian and secular imagery. So I wanted something that might amuse pagan children. So this is Grandfather Frost. Sleep, my son, sleep on this darkest eve. Outside the white maidens flakes do weave. Warps of ice, wefts of snow, let silence flow unto midnight cleave. Rest has flown, this night is far too deep. Tell me a story to help me sleep. Yarns of frost, chords of rhyme to freeze time, whilst nightmares outside creep. Snow-heaped rafters creaked, the timbers groaned, outside the wind its razor edge honed. Sculpts idols lost to sight, gods of frozen light, whose hymns intoned by wolf and belling stag echo still in cathedrals of wood the choir's skill. Grants to the fearful mind forms to which eye is blind. Winter's quill transforms bare trees into works of art, ice giants looming alive rampart. Amidst the Ents he stands, Grandfather Frost stands on his sled cart. 6 the snow dogs that pull the old lord, Great Paw, Long Tail, Red Flash and Fang Sword. 4 brothers paired, ice-eyed eager, the huskies ride as a horde. Flamefur and Snow Song leading the pack, warbling and restless churning the track. They watch Grandfather go, pristine snow, undisturbed by boots black. Cyan robes cut from a frozen sea, sagas stitched in silver thread are key to knowing the pale sage. Still heart of blizzard's rage waits with glee. Ancient is he, lord of the ice age, colour of the unloved, not harsh made, but healer of the tired, takes the expired on to their next stage. Father, where does he dwell, this strange sprite who rides with dogs in the dead of night? Not fearful, but so wild. The boy smiled, snug and safe from frostbite. So his sire described the ice-built hall where lived Grandfather, called Summer's Fall, by his dearest grandchild, where snow dogs and wild bears and seals held thrall. There his seat since the age of great beasts, joyful mortals partake in his feasts, most of all solstice night, when earth's might is praised by pagan priests. A ragged lad huddles by the hedge, the dogs sniff the air from darkness dredge his tired and hungry scent. Grandfather kneels, makes to him a pledge. See, that boy of 10 runs to the sled, takes a seat near to the dogs at the head. It could be you, my lad. How glad he is to chase the white thread. The what? Asked the child, wide-eyed in bed. The long path down which all hope is led. Old Frost's dogs love the scent. Veil rent by his blade gives them their head. Sled bells jangling, dogs yipping, they ride through the rift. Sealing behind, they glide deep into winter's realm. Old Frost at the helm, the stars their guide. Summer's fall nestles midst mountains vast, guarded by the fearsome north wind's blast. Doors of oak, walls of ice. Old Frost knocks thrice on that stronghold fast. Comes the snow maid dancing. Two great bears push open the door, carry their cares before the mighty hearth, where laughter sings and wonderment dares. Swarmed by huskies and the maid, the boy and the maid drank and dined well, whilst on harp she played, tails wagged as ears were stroked. Thus dog-cloaked their stories they did trade. Came then old man Frost bargains to make, riches untold for the young lad's sake, robes for rags, gold for lead, living for dead. His oath the boy spake. In cloth of snowflakes young Jack was born, to the clan of Frost, his shade reborn, pauper no more, but sprite, to aid the plight of all the forlorn. Grandson adopted in this wild Jack, bringer of snow days, leading the pack of wild boys and girls freed from their toil, from the hard tyrant's rack, to run and rejoice, snowmen to build and balls to throw. The weary are thrilled to be children again, and recall when pure joy did life gild. When deathly cold the poor outcasts claim, it is not they who receive the blame. To summer's fall they fly. The rich who stood harsh by bear the shame. And so, my son, as your eyes now close, hear that whom the gods love no one knows. Mere wealth and might count not. Humble Jack received their gift. Blessed snows.